How do you deal with family that you call TFG? That means too far gone, everybody. I love my dad, but he's called me brainwashed and not Christian for voting for Biden when he loves Newsmax and thinks the election was rigged. So my answer is, this is not a good answer, but it is the answer that I use. When I really believe somebody is TFG, I just remove myself from the equation and remove myself from their life. Like, I'm lucky in that I don't have anybody who's TFG who I'm like otherwise really close to. You know what I mean? So in other words, everybody who's TFG, I already had them at like an arm's length away. But yeah, that's my approach. My approach is, you know, it's almost like, what's the thing called? Irreconcilable differences when you file for divorce from somebody and it's like, we just can't work out this shit and we're never gonna. I view that in like personal relationships too, where if somebody's in my family and they're TFG, it's like, okay, then let's just not talk about this shit. Just keep it at an arm's length. Maybe I'll see you at some family events or whatever, but it is what it is, right? So I know that's not a sufficient answer for your situation because it's your dad and that's a very different thing. And so I sympathize with you because that's tough. But, you know, what I would do in that situation, because my dad wasn't a fucking political genius. He wasn't some sort of lefty or even somewhat reasonable. I thought he was terrible on politics. I just tried to not talk politics with him, you know, and we kept it limited to the things that we had some agreement on or some shared interest in, you know? So that would be my answer. I know it's not a great answer, but it's the answer that I use.